Hi guys, it's Dr. George here for Tucked In Tuesdays. And I have two books today. Remember, if you put your comments in, I can see your comments. I kind of have my screen open right here, so I'll be able to see those of you that are watching and not typing in. And I know it's a little delayed, so if we don't answer you right away, it's because it's delayed. If you're watching it after, um, put your comments, and sometimes we come back and answer if you have questions. But the first book we'll read tonight is My Grandma's Promise, and it's by Anastasia Montgomery, which is my oldest sister, and illustrated by Roland McPherson. We also have Shanna here from the Alzheimer's Walk, so she'll give lots of information for that. And then we'll read You Are My Happy by Hoda from today's show. I absolutely love it. So I'll wait for a couple of you to come in. Hi, Kylie, you made it in. Hi, Mike, how are you? Hi, Camille and Xavier. All the cute kisses, Xavier. Kylie, I was talking about you just today. That is 3 o'clock in the morning there, and you're up watching me read. Hi, Adam and my boys. Hi, how are you guys? So I'll bring out my special guest in just a little bit so you can get your waves and hellos and how are yous out of your system. So first, let me bring the first author out. Hi, Kelsey. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? So this is my sister, Anastasia, and she's the author of the book, My Grandma's Promise. And this is Miss Shanna Briggs. And so, so we have, I wanted to bring them on because Miss Briggs, would you rather me call you Shanna or Miss Briggs?
Oh, call me Shanna. That's fine.
Shanna. So Shanna she does the walk here in Beaumont.
Right.
Walk. And the book is about this. Now, I have to be honest, this is probably the first book, well, the second book that I read ahead of time, but I really didn't read it to analyze it. So I think we're safe with reading it on Tuesday, Tuesday, but I'm going to put some of these messages up. Hi, Mike. How are you? And hi, Xavier. And Kylie, how are you? Got a lot of comments coming in. Hi, Kelsey. That's one of my scholars. Hi, Kimberly Ann. Hello. Hello, Kathleen Kane. How are you? Hi, Jenny. Love your book selection. Stay on, Jenny. You'll love this. And that's my sister, in case you think we look alike. But Shanna can be. Hi, Brian. How are you? I'm getting feedback from one of you, like somebody is on two devices. No. It's Miss Duke, my reading coach, Mabry, and her cousins Ellis and Stella from St. Louis watching tonight. Wow, look at that. Michelle, my gosh, Roland is the illustrator. So Roland, Miss Chapman, he was so little. Hi, Miss Bridges, a fellow author. You have a message from Margaret that says, "Go, Shanna." So Ms. Barron sent a message. Teresa says, "I love this." David says, "Hello, Dr. George." Velvet, hi, Dr. George. Hi, Melbro family. Hi, Geneva Jones. That's my first cousin. And Roland is illustrator. I'm so excited. She's an illustrator. So we have a couple. We'll get started on our books in the comments, so keep going and we'll put those up as they speak. So we're going to get started with the book first. So the first book is My Grandma's Promise by Anastasia McPherson. She's a nurse. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
I've been a nurse 6 years. Now I'm a nursing director at Our Lady of the Lake. Over a med-surg unit. I am also married, a mother of 3 grown kids, and I have a bonus 3 other grown kids, and I have a grandson named Roland. And I always had a desire to write a book, and seems like my dream finally came true.
Yes. So Shanna, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Shanna Briggs, and I live here in Beaumont, Texas. I'm the regional manager for the Alzheimer's Association of Beaumont, Texas. So I actually lost my mother 7 years ago to an Alzheimer's related illness. And so it really drove me to become an advocate for this disease so we can bring more awareness to our communities and give guidance and education to all those who are caring for those who have Alzheimer's.
Thank you for that. And that's some networking going on. He said Kate is in charge of the Alzheimer's Advocacy Program in DC. So there you go. Hi, Kathleen, awesome leader. And there's my friends, Ava, Ari, and Pop Pop. I was just talking. Somebody's giving feedback. I'm not sure, kind of like maybe two devices. Sometimes if you have two devices, I hear an echo. All right, my grandma's promise. Let's get started. Dedication inspired and dedicated to survivors of dementia and my grandson Riley with love. And I want to give this disclaimer, Anastasia does not have dementia.
I do not.
So here we go. My grandma's promise, and that's Riley. And he's taking a nap right now. And that's probably the best thing for Riley right now. And it's written by Anastasia, digital images by Roland C. McPherson. So that's her son. So he took the pictures and had them digitized. Here we go. Here's a picture. That's Riley and his grandma, those memories. Have that. And hello, Laura. Today is Sunday, and I get to visit Grandma. I am so excited. Grandma lives in a special house. Mommy says she lives there so that nurses can help her as needed. Mommy says that Grandma often has trouble remembering. She says Grandma may not remember me, and that makes me a little sad. And that would make me sad if someone I knew all my life finally, forgot me. Mom says pictures sometimes help Grandma to remember. So my friend helped me to paint pictures for Grandma. So look at that nice friend. That's Gabe. That's our other nephew. And Riley. While riding in the car, I start thinking about all the things Grandma and I used to do together. Mommy says maybe I can tell her some of those stories to help her remember too. And there's Riley thinking about how he can help us. Hi, Mason. We are almost to the special place where Grandma is staying with the nurses. I'm starting to get a little nervous and scared that Grandma may not remember me. Mom asked, son, do you remember what Grandma said to do when you get scared or nervous? Yes, Mommy. She said to pray. And if Riley were on here, when he hears the word pray, he does this. He's 1 year old. Dear God, if you can hear me, please let Grandma remember me today. Amen. Riley greets Grandma with a hug. Hello, Grandma. Who are you? Asks Grandma. I'm your grandson, Riley said with a frown. Oh, says Grandma, I am sorry, but I do not remember a grandson. Well, I bought you something that might help you to remember me, said Riley. What is it, Grandma asked. It is my favorite picture of you and I. Do you want to see it? Asks Riley. I would love to see it, says Grandma. And he brings her the picture of when she first met him. How sweet is that? Hi, Dr. Knight. Grandma starts crying and says, I do remember, grandson, you were a little baby. I'm so sorry that I cannot remember sometimes. It makes me so sad, says Grandma. It makes me sad, but I remember your promise, said Riley with a smile. You do? Says Grandma. Riley smiled and said, you promised to always love me. Come give me a big hug. I miss you so much, said Grandma with tears in her eyes. I miss you too, Grandma, said Riley with his signature smile. Look at the biggest kiss. Before we left, I walked around the yard of the special house together, sharing stories. She even let me pick some flowers to take back with me. How precious is that? It's now time to go home. Grandma, do you think God will always let you remember me? Asked Riley. I certainly do, grandson. He has placed you deep in my heart. Even when I do not remember your name or face, my heart will remember your smile, said Grandma with a hopeful smile. There's it with her bonnet on, going to bed. I promise to always love you, Riley. I promise to always love you, Grandma. So there is Raleigh. And I love the way you put those words in purple, and we'll talk about that later. And, oh, that is later. So this is the end of the book. So we have words in purple. So tell us purple, either one of you.
Well, purple is our color for
Yeah,
Alzheimer's.
I chose the.
Go ahead, Shanna.
Well, I was just going to say purple is our signature color for Alzheimer's disease. And so if you see purple around, it's usually, that's like our signature color.
Anastasia, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, through my research of dementia and Alzheimer's, I found out that purple was the color. So that's why I used it. I also put the title in purple as well.
Yes. So my grandma's promise. So what inspired you to write the
Riley did about a year ago. Riley was maybe around 4 or 5 months old and had a moment, a grandma moment, thinking about my mom, who, you know, we lost some years ago, and just wondering what her reaction would be to Riley. And I jotted those thoughts down on a piece of paper, pretty much in my phone, in the note section of my phone. And I read them to Belinda and a few of my other sisters, and they thought that it should be a book. I kind of gave up on the publishing thing. I couldn't get it right. So it came back to me again, but pretty much it was just me putting out my feelings for Riley, that if I wasn't around, what would be the one thing I would want Riley to remember me by? And it would be that I always love him.
That's so sweet. Love that. So tell us what happened with the illustrations. How'd you get these?
Those are actually real moments of Riley and I that were captured, and Roland put them in this cartoon state. I think was great for the book.
I think so too. So Shanna, if I have a relative or a loved one and people that are watching that has someone that has this disease, how can your organization help? What do you do to help? Your resources?
So the first thing you should do is call our helpline. So we have a 24/7 800 number that you can call anytime. It's 2:00 in the morning and you have a question, something just doesn't feel right. You can call and talk to somebody. And the number is 1-800-262-3900. And the person on the other end can do what they call like a care assessment, and they can kind of get your information, see what your issues are, see where they need to help, and then they can collectively give you information that would help you. We get all kind of calls about that, and we kind of direct them that way. Our organization also has support groups for caretakers who take care of their loved ones, and they all need someone to talk to, get advice, listen to stories, kind of get everything out there and talk to someone, a group that they feel safe with. So, and we also offer different programs to different organizations to educate everybody about Alzheimer's disease and what we can do to help them.
And is there a month dedicated to it?
Well, actually, most of our walks that we have are during the fall, and right now in the month of June is our Brain Awareness Month. So we have a lot of activity going on right now, but then and we're all kind of gearing up for our walk season. And in Beaumont, our walk is October the 10th, and anybody can join a walk in your area. It doesn't have to be right here in Beaumont, but if you are in Beaumont, we'd love for you to come out. But if you can go to our website, and that is act.org, and you can find a walk that is in your area.
For that. So with that being said, I'm going to ask you later what's your biggest takeaway from the books. I want you to think about that. But before There's a Kimber says she spoke to you when her husband was still alive, Dr. Knight. Possibly
Oh,
so the second book is You Are My Happy by Hoda. God, I never can say her last name. What is it?
photocopy.
Hoda Copy. Copy? Just like it looks. Pictures by Suzie Mason. So I never read the books in advance. And this book, I'm reading this with the permission of Harper Collins. Here we go. You Are My Happy. Let's see. Let's finish me off. All right. It's near. Today is done. It's time for bed, my fuzzy one. There's bears. Let's cuddle up, one kiss, one hug. Let's settle down, my snuggle bug. Take a little nap. What made us happy all day through? Let's count those things. Just me and you. That's a precious moment. For babies bursting out of eggs, for standing up on wobbly legs. There's a little rhyming. For growing tall, for lucky breaks, and even learning from mistakes. That's a bad mistake. Pages are stuck together. That's what made me happy. The simple things. For special friends who made me giggle and silly songs that made me wiggle. For space to play, for shade to rest, for secret spots we love the best. Mike, I'm sure she'll give you information on how to do that. That's what made me happy. For splashes together, I think I missed the page. There we go. For being brave, for brand new wings, for the love that flying brings. For splashes together in the lake, for cozy nests our mamas make. That's what made me happy. Beautiful illustrations. For twinkling lights that say goodnight, for nestling babies cuddled tight. Every night and all day through, the one I'm thankful for is you. And those books kind of tied in together. There's a lot of paper in the background. You are my happy. And look at the purple in the background. So, Anastasia, how can we buy your book?
Tonight is offered on my page. If you go to my Facebook page, tonight there's a sale on the book tonight and tomorrow, and some of the proceeds will go to Alzheimer's Association to help with the cause. And the book is also available on Amazon. But if you're making any purchases today and tomorrow, I would greatly appreciate it because it will help out that foundation as well.
Thank you so much. So, what is the name of your Facebook page?
Maybe I should type it.
I
It's Cassandra.
What on your business page, right?
Right. My business page is My Grandma's Promise. And if you click on Shop Now, you can get to the book. You can order the book from there.
Oh, and did you see that message, Shanna?
I did.
Fellow Alzheimer's Association employee here, walk manager in Oklahoma.
Hey, Lindsay.
So those are two friends. So let's do our takeaways. We had to take away one from this book. Anastasia, what would it be?
To cherish your loved ones in the moment that you're in, because life is uncertain. And there's nothing greater than the love of family, especially a grandson. When I got Riley, it was a whole different level of love. And I know I love my kids, but Riley brought something special in my life. So I want to cherish every moment I have with Raleigh.
Love that. Your takeaway, Shanna?
I think I just love how they still incorporated the grandson, making memories and being in touch with the grandmother, even though she has dementia. You know, those people get lonely too. And we need to remember that we need to go and visit them and say hello. And I know this time when COVID is here and we can't see our loved one, it's so hard. So when we can do that, make sure you go visit those who are in assisted living and everything. And then also the end, they just talk about loving each other. I think, and then both books talked about just loving each other. I think that's great.
I love it. My takeaway from my grandma's promise is sometimes we put so much responsibility on ourselves to keep memories alive. But even Riley, 1 year old, him starting to ingrain that into his head that maybe I need to spend special time with my grandma. And I'm kind of responsible for loving my grandma because sometimes we force kids on grandparents.
Right.
And it becomes, I don't want to go. Well, you have to go. But I think this book is teaching us. We make them want to go, to want to visit grandma and love on grandma and why she's so special. So that's my takeaway for this book. Now, you are my happy. Your takeaway, Anastasia.
Just like you said, the two tie into each other because when you were reading it, I felt like Raleigh is my happy. So my grandson is my happy. And that's what I got from that. It just, to me, it kind of explain my feeling that I have when I'm with Roland.
Love that. Shanna?
I just love to see all the little animals and the mamas and the babies, you know. It just shows you even though they're wild animals, they take care of their young and everything. So it's just the love that even animals have for each other.
Love is love.
Love is love.
I love that You're My Happy was simple. It wasn't going to Neiman Marcus and buy a name brand purse. The card, everything was free. Everything was free. It was just moments. And those are the happiest because you can't buy those moments. I mean, sometimes you probably taking your kids to the mall and bought them everything. And then by the time you're home, you're already upset. But then you can do something as simple as you can stay up 10 minutes later and they love you forever. Never had. It's those small free moments. So happy. So we can purchase My Grandma's Promise on My Grandma's Promise Facebook page and on Amazon. And part of the proceeds for today and tomorrow will go to the Alzheimer's Foundation. Okay.
The ones that's purchased directly from me. So that's the ones that's purchased from My Grandma's Promise.
Okay, so My Grandma's Promise Facebook page is the one where the proceeds will go there. All right. You sold the book. Ava Avery and Pop Pop's mom already purchased the book. So You Are My Happy. Is Harper Collins. It's on Amazon. And I just wanted to show you who this is. That's her first daughter there. And so how do I get My Grandma's Promise? So if you, Miss Bridges, if you go to the My Grandma's Promise Facebook page, it'll say shop now and you can purchase it there. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and end now, but it was so nice being on here. Is there anything you want to end with before I do my closings?
I just want to say thank you. You're doing a great job.
Oh, well, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm so glad y'all reached out to us and made our connection here because we need to all be aware of the Alzheimer's disease and dementia. That it doesn't go away. It's not going away right now, and we have to help all those around us that are affected with it. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on. Who are you shooing away, Anastasia? My dad or my dad? Was it my daddy? Oh, let him come on. We just talked about let him meet my dad.
I think he wants something else. Dad, you want to come around? Come see
here,
Dad.
Oh God, he's probably going to say something because he has a for me. So he called. I look just like him, but he calls me girl because
yeah,
It's
Bend
like,
down a little bit so you see your face. Bend down a little bit. There he is. That's Riley's buddy.
hi, Dad. I told you he would call me ugly girl. That is the sweetest. I love when he calls me ugly girl. That is the best thing ever because we look just alike. So I'll go ahead and close. And have a good day, Daddy. So my next week books are Kiki's Big Adventures, Netherlands, Greece, and Rome, Italy. So she does several. So I'm going to close like I close every time. Yes, it was my dad's debut. So I'm going to close like I do every time. If nobody else tells you, Dr. George loves you. Anastasia?
I love you.
Okay. And Shanna?
I love you.
Okay, guys, have a good night. Love you guys.
Daddy say love you too.
Oh, good
Daddy
night,
say love
Daddy.
you too. Good night. Thanks.